Yes, friends, in this video, we will filter with your data and filtering your data on the basis of we will find out how to value. When we discuss with about the Excel at that time, we have to discuss that filter, pivot table, pivot chart, VLOOKUP. This is all are the very useful option which you will be used from this option. So you have to give this option from particular value. So now you have to share my screen. You can check my screen here. Invoice number, invoice date, sales number, customer number, product code, unit price, quantity, sales before tax, sales tax, and month value. This is all are the value. Which one you will be use this value? On the basis of this value, you want to use the particular data on the basis of parameter. You have to find out the filtering of this data. We will select particular value. What is the shortcut key of the filtering command? This is Control Shift and L. This is the shortcut key of filtering of the command. This is Control Shift plus L command. So you have to now check that Control Shift and L. This is a particular shortcut key to find out the value. So make sure that you have to find out this value. On the basis of find out this value, you have to find out the particular value. So we have to shortcut key Control Shift plus L. This is the shortcut key of the filter command. What do you mean by the filter? When uh, when we use for the filter, at that time we have to clear idea about this one. We have to show the filtering of the data, so we have to know of the filtering. On the basis of filtering, you have to check the particular value. So make sure that first you have to filtering of the data. So now you can check the filtering. Filtering data, it means that you want to check the specific of the value on the basis of filtering. Now you have to check that on the basis of this value you can find out the particular value. So you have to clear about the filtering value. Now we have to clear about the filtering value. Mm, Here is the invoice number, invoice date, sales number, customer number, product code, unit price, quantity, sales before tax, sales tax, and month. Here you can see here, this is called as a month value. You can see here, this is filtering. This is called as a simple filtering. You can see here, when we select the January value, at that time only result from the January it will be come. Here we can see the pivot table. So I want to delete this pivot table. Fine, then it's okay. There is not an issue, because pivot table we want to create the pivot table. Now filtering value is now clear from your side. We want to create the month value. If January and February both the value we will select it, we want to select both the value. This is January value and this is February value. So now you can check that this is January and February value, which both the value you can use of this value, we can find out the particular value. So make sure that you have to calculate the particular value on the basis of the January, on the basis of the February value. Now, here is a date also. Yes, what will the date filter you can apply? Before, after, between, tomorrow, yesterday, next week. Tomorrow, today, and yesterday we will not find out, because this date is not a today date. So tomorrow, today, final. This is a not we will find out. This is called a between date. Is after or equal to, otherwise as equal to date, it's after. Is after or equal to, you can set and operator is after this value and before this value. You can put out the any value of this here. This is called and or operator. For example, I will put out the and operator for 6 Jan 2016, for example, 6 Jan 06. This is after, and before 16. Now you can see here 6 to 16, between all the date the coming is for particular date. When we are going to clear filtering, then the filtering value is clear and you can watch this value on the basis of filtering clear. Now if I'm filtering the particular data, date filter, you can change the custom filter also next quarter. Quarter basically 3 months. It's been that this quarter, last quarter, quarterly value is basically used from the income tax value, because the three quarters value is available from this side. So quartering value, we can add this quartering value. So make sure that we will add the quartering value. At that time, we have to add the particular value on this parameter. So you can add the particular value when we have a next week, this week, last week, next month, last month. This is all are the quartering value. You can use this quartering value on the basis of this one. When we use the next quarter, it's been that quartering value. For example, next quarter, because here is a no any quarter, because value is on same years, we will find out this value. And next quarter, today is a 2020, and you can put out the value of 2006. So we have to not find out a particular value. If we can find out a particular quartering value, then you can find out this value. On the basis of this value, you can find out easily for your data. Now you have to find out this value on the basis of quartering value. For example, clear formatting. If the data is changed 2006 dot 2006, this is 2020, and now the data value is changed. Sorry, this data is 2020. Mm, for example, 6 Jan 2021. Now the date format is same and it will be changed. Now you can see here date format is same and you can change the date format. You have to easily find out this value. On the basis of next quarter value, we can find out of basis of this value. On the basis of quartering value, we have to find out the particular value. So we have basically find out the filtering value. On the basis of this value, we have to easily find out the value. For example, here it's a date is particular 6 Jan 2021. Now we have to find out this value. On the basis of this particular value, we have to find out the particular data. Now how to find out the data? On the basis of this one or on the basis of other values? We have to find out on the basis of this one, 6 said 2016, and go for the data filter next quarter, next quartering value. We will not find out of the next quarter. We will find out particular clear of filtering. We will find out the clear filter. Data filter next year, not any date, next month date is available. For example, for next, here is we will find out the next month data. If I'm giving all the parameter of this data, so it will be not a clear for the month from this data. So next month data is not a clarity from this data. So next month data is not find out from the this month also. So we will find out the 2021 and 2006 both the value is available on this data. For example, I will go for the different Excel sheet because there are so many data, so we have not a filtering there's any value. We can put out this data and put out the data into the next field. So we have to clearly idea about this is January, this is called as a February. For example, if I am saying here 0601 2021, we can change the date format. This is called as a date. This is all are the June data. We will change as a 7 DDM and YY. This is all are the 8 number data. So we have to clearly idea why the data is coming, all the data is not coming. We can do the control shift al and find out this value on the basis of next month. Now you can find it the next month data. This is our data is 6th June. Now we will find out the 6th July the data next month all the data. It will find out the all the data. It's a next month we will find out the all the data for the next month also. For last month any data is not available in the last month. Last month is a December and all the data is not the last month. Newest to oldest value, this is the newest to oldest value because month is different. So this value is the newest to oldest value. We will to find out the newest to oldest value. So oldest to newest value. So this is called as the oldest to newest value. June, July, August, this all are the data. It will be find out this data. So we have to find out the particular data. On the basis of this one we have to data on this particular value. If I'm saying here is a 05, here is a 06 and so on. Here is a different product code. If I am putting the filtering text filter equal to only 405 and operator and okay. You can see here only 405 data is coming from your side. So make sure that whenever I am putting the filter on different criteria, it is very useful from our site. So make sure that the criteria value is predefined by your site. This is a perfect value. It will be changeable value. On the basis of the changeable value, we can put out the two filter on the same functionality. For example, filter by text filter equal to, here is a 05 and now I will give the second text filter is equal to June. Now you can see here two filter is applicable from here. So you can give the filter in any number of filtering. You can give this criteria. So filtering may be work from the multiple criteria, but it is an and operator. It is not a or operator. If you use the or operator, you will be use the or operator. On the basis of or operator, you can use this. If both the parameter, then we have to or operator is working, otherwise as one operator is and operator. If you are putting the criteria in two places at the same site, then we can use this parameter on June, July, August and so on. So make sure that all the parameter is coming. For example, if we will give the conditional formatting on this parameter, for example conditional formatting, highlight the tools equal to July, for example. Here we will put out the July, then go for the conditional formatting, filter by the color, and filter by color is coloring of this format. Now you can see the color of format. You can also find out this coloring of the format. So make sure that it will be work from the, for example, in different places you have to put out the different color and the coloring wise we have to find out the value. So make sure that coloring value is very important. So all the color is important from your side. So which one color you are applicable from your side, this is very important. Which color is applicable at which places, so all the color of this data is also highlighted from this value. So we have to clear idea about the filtering of this value and clear format for this value. So clearing of this filter, clearing of this value, so we have to clear idea about the clearing of the data. Now sales plus text, we can use the between. Find out the value between 5,000 to 10,000. Month is a July and order code is 05. All the three criteria putting together. So the result is different. You can see here the result is different. Here also result is different, and when we go for this one, then also result is different. So make sure that all the side, whenever you're putting the value at that time, result value is different. So make sure that all the value, which one you will be find out. This all the value is a very important value. So when we have to find out any value at that time, we have to value. So on the basis of this value, we have to clearly find out this value. Clear value find out is very useful from your side, so make sure that if it is useful from your side, then clearing of the filter, after clearing of the filter we will find out the particular value. On the value basis you have to find out particular value. Now this is called as a filtering of this value. Now we will put out another value. Clear is rules of the selected cell. It is called as a clear of this rules. Month, sales before tax, sales plus tax. This is all are the clearing of the rules when we applicable of the clearing of the rules of the particular value. If I'm go, this is for example. Here is the product code, quantity is 150. For example, I will put out 160. I will put out 900, and I will put out here is we will put out the 300. This value is put out when we select only June value. So now this two value, this is a 2 and 3, but if I am putting this value is not June, if I am putting the value is July and August, July and August is all are in same way. So July, August, yes. We want to change these three values. For example, if I am clearing of the filter and filter after clearing, here is a June. Then here is a June also. So now when we are coming point into the June, now to have a 2 days, 2, 3 and 11. Now we want to take the quantity 160, 900, 300, putting this quantity here. If we have a lots of data, then how we will put out this value? This is very important. 160, 900 and 300. If we will copy the data and paste the data is here, quantity here, then you can check here. This is 160, 900 is change, but 300 is not change. 300 is change, but in which place? Third number of place. It is a not in a 11 number of place. So make sure that whenever your data is in on filtering wise, this is very important. The data is a dragging the value. This is a very same places it will be changed. In future, if the quantity is changed the 160, 900 and here is a 300, then what can we do if we change this value? We can change this value for the two way. If it is a technical way, then it's okay. And when we use this value on the particular use the table value, then it's okay. And this value when we copy the value on the basis of a visible cell only, then you can use this value. For example, copy this value, go to spatial, here is a visible cell only, and OK, and put this value on the left, right, on the left place. Go to spatial and we click on visible cell only, then OK, visible cell only. Then copy this value, Control C, and paste this value here with using of the left operator. Control semicolon, this is a shortcut key of the visible cell only. This command is a multiple selection. Now you can see here, this is called as a multiple selection because 16900 in a one place, and this value is in another place, so it will be not changeable, this value. So we have to use the left, right, top, bottom options. So we have to easily change this value. First we will select the this value visible cell only, go to spatial and visible cell only, then control semicolon. Control semicolons, this is a value of this particular this value, then put this value is a copy, and this value, if we will paste this value, then we cannot easily paste this value because this value is not a left hand side, it will be work, this is a right hand side, and this is a right hand side, then this is a left hand side value. So right, left, we will to put out this value with using of control semicolon. We will control comma, not a semicolon. Control comma is working from this side. The best option is what, when we are doing from this is all are the shortcut key and we want to do this shortcut key. First we will go for the insert tab, then go for the table. Now it is convert to the table. So this is called as a quantity 2, for example, quantity 2. Now it will be converted to the table. If I want to convert it to the table also, insert, if converted to the range, convert to range, this data is converted now to the range, and this is quantity number 2. Then we will convert it to the table, all the data is converted to the table. Now we will go for the month table and we will go for the June. Now it will be considered as a copy and paste this value, copy this value, and here is a paste this value. This command is not useful for the multiple selection. Now you have to clearly idea what we use the multiple selection of this value. So we will delete this value first, and we will select the value, this select this value and paste this value here. This is 160 and 900. Then we will select this value and we will put out this value here. So 160, 900 and 300 value we have to put out this value. We have to another way also, we can do the another way, but we will discuss in the next video how to we will another way control semicolon, space, and left and right, we will use the left and right column. So we can use, if it is converted to the table, then is more easiest this value. We will select this value, for example we will select particular this value on the quantity and the price. For example, this is a 150, this is a 7600, this is 900 this value, and the we will go for the only for the June value. Then copy this value, and here if we will paste this value, then paste the two values, and otherwise else you can give easily for this reference. If we will this reference value here, quantity 1, quantity 2, quantity 3, and quantity 900. Equal to value is also useful from your side. So it will be changed on a one point. It will be, you are not changing on a different point. You can see here, this is 160 900, this value. So this one value will be changed here. We will, if we will delete this value, now we will check the value. So we have to clearly idea about this one, it will be changed or not, otherwise else you have not clear idea about this one. Equal to is a quantity number 2. If I'm giving quantity number 2 and track this value, then comma value, so it will be worked properly or not. Yes, this is worked properly, 150 600 and 900. So when we have a filtering of the data, at that time it will be worked properly. So make sure that filtering of option, it's a very useful from your side. Whenever the data, you have to put out this value, on the basis of this value you have to clearing from this value. So all the data is converted to the table, so filtering value we have to changing from this value on the basis of filter value. So you have to easily change this value. So now make sure that when you are changing this value on the basis of filtering value, so it will be change this value. Otherwise else changing is very difficult with the using of visible cell only. Then go for the copy and paste, and this is the second option, but we will discuss the second option. But this is the simplest way when we are using from the filtering with using of this data. Now in the next video we will discuss about the filtering subtotal value, how to total the filtering value. We will not use the sum because the sum is not totaling of the filtering value. So we will use the subtotal also, and other functionality also we will use that. So make sure that in the other functionality we will use in the next session also. So we will discuss this value in the next session. Okay friends, thank you.